asking you this. I trust you. You should just do. I should just let you do your thing. Okay. Hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Good Set, Bro. This episode is actually sponsored by absolutely no one. So if you got a good product you wanna dish out to, just message Good Set, Bro, and we'll talk and have you on here. But it has to be good shit though. Right here in front of me, I actually have a good friend of mine. I've known her for a couple of years now, more than a couple of years. She's all over the place right now. You see her everywhere. She's constantly on video. Irma Ruiz, what's up? What's going on?
Hola, hi, it's me, Irma. Mindless Comedy. I'm doing good.
Make sure you get
Thank
this
you for
close.
having me here.
There you go.
There, very good.
Yeah, thanks for coming. You got a show tonight here in Laredo.
I do.
That's exciting. Right? Are we live, Josh? Yeah? Okay, I'm trying to find it. It's on the Get Set thing. Okay, here it is.
Yay.
I don't know if you want to get your phone and just share it.
No, I can just watch. Okay, yeah.
So you can share it so your peeps can watch it right now. If you want. You don't have to, but I suggest it.
Yay.
So, Irma, there it is.
Thank you.
You're everywhere. How do you do it? How long have you been doing comedy? I just want to get, because I think you told me last time, like close to 5 years, 6 years?
I've been doing it for 5 years.
5 years. And how many shows do you run?
Well, the biggest one right now that I run is at Kickapoo.
That one.
Kickapoo Casino. Yeah, that's the biggest one. And then I'll just do like different shows here and there, So and then I have like my open mic at the Elbow Room.
Yeah, that looks also cool.
And so we just did our first showcase there, and that was fun. I'm looking at Breathe Lounge, which is another venue in San Antonio. Oh, well, you know that one.
Yeah,
You're going to be doing that show on July 5th.
I'm going to do that July 5th. Next week.
Yeah.
Next week on Friday. It's going to be amazing.
So and it's a cool venue. So let's
It
see.
looks sexy.
Yeah,
it looks really sexy.
And so yeah.
You're constantly on video. You're constantly either live or doing some kind of video. What's going on with that?
Usually I'm just really drunk.
Not only
I do a lot of videos and then I delete them in the morning. Like,
not only are you on videos, you record everything.
Yeah.
You whether you'd be in like an Uber driver, which by the way, an Uber is gonna end up murdering you because you're just like, hey, blah, 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 right? And the Uber driver's like, fuck, I'm gonna shoot myself when I get home.
Did you see the video I posted
I did.
of Las Vegas?
I saw that.
I deleted it only because I was a little tipsy, but it was an awesome video.
It was, and you can hear Tori in the background like, Aaron, no, stop recording.
Stop it, yeah.
Aaron, put the fucking phone down.
I know. We got pulled over, and the guy was from Guatemala, and he was super nervous, and I didn't realize how bad I was being until I watched the video later. And first I thought, that's funny, and then I was like, oh shit, no, I better delete it. It was kind of bad. So
yeah, I also
I
saw one. I saw one where you recorded some guy outside of a hotel or something.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like he threw up and then he rolled into his vomit.
Yeah, and then I touched his shirt.
And then I remember the people from the hotel were coming outside and they were like, you can't do this. You're like, I can do whatever I want. And then she's like, there's this guy.
They're trying to tell me go to my room. I'm like, wait, you are not my mother.
Yeah, and you're like, I can record if I want to. No fucking rules.
I'm doing this for documentation.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck that meant. But I remember you just going, he rolled into his vomit. Poor fucking guy. And then you're like, I'm going to walk him.
Yeah. And I did, but I had Lalo on the phone with me, my husband, so just to make sure I wasn't murdered or anything.
You're constantly in Vegas. What do you do over there a lot?
I love Vegas. Well, first of all, it's super cheap. You know what I mean? Airfare is really cheap if you get it early enough. And then my husband likes to gamble a lot, so we always get comped rooms.
Cool. He has a gambling problem. That's great.
Yeah, it's great.
It's good to put live on yeah. He's sitting in the living
really
room.
It's really my problem,
for those
but I don't want to
who
be the only one with all the problems. So
I see.
Yeah.
I see. What's going on here? My fucking it's probably my thing that's lagging. Is it lagging on your side, Josh? No. My fucking computer sucks. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah,
so
but it's cool. Like I feel like Las Vegas, the community, the comedy community, it's cool, man.
Yeah?
It feels like I'm at home. Everybody's real kind, and
I met some people.
There's a ton of open mics.
I met some people that work in Las Vegas constantly. Freddie Correa, I think. Freddie Correa, I did a show over there in Reno, Nevada, and he popped in for a spot. Really, really cool dude, man. And he said,
from
"Hey,
Vegas, right?
Yeah, he's from Vegas.
Why? I don't know why I recognize that name.
I think
Does he work with the LA Comedy Club? Okay,
yeah,
that's why. Okay,
yeah. So he worked with the LA Comedy Club. I think he was just at Skankfest. Skankfest, I guess, is like a comedy festival thing. Is it, Josh? Is it all comedy or is it like music and shit? Okay, it's chaotic.
Where is that?
New York.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I saw he was over there. Tell me about the shirt. I saw that your shirt has a barcode.
Yeah.
What happens?
So basically, if you see, let me show people my shirt. If you scan my shirt, it takes you straight to my website. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Yeah. If you just scan my shirt with, how everybody has a QR code, the scanner.
Yeah.
If you just scan it, it takes you straight to my website.
Really?
Yeah. I just thought it was kind of a cool design. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just simple and
great promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely great promotion.
Yeah. So.
I'm doing this new thing in this podcast. Josh doesn't know about. It's basically word association. So when I want to say a word, and you
said no
just,
hard stuff.
It's not a hard stuff. No, it's not. You don't even have to use your brain. Kinda.
Okay.
I just say a word, and whatever comes into your mind, you just say it.
Okay.
So here we go. Fart.
But.
Okay. See, it's easy. It's easy.
I don't know why now I'm feeling like Joshua Cabaza's kids.
Okay.
They talk about farts and butts all the time. Okay, go.
Pickle.
Penis.
Okay, I didn't expect it.
Yeah, I don't
know. It could have been delicious, but that's how your brain works, which is a fun concept, right? Butterfly.
Butterfly. Fly swatter.
Oh shit!
I'm evil.
So I'm seeing where you're coming from here. The last one, Louis C.K.
Comedy complaints. Everybody's always complaining about that guy. Somebody posted on the DFW comedy page. Would you open up for him?
Did you see what I put?
Yeah, I put yes too.
I put 100%.
I would. I don't give a shit.
I put 100%. Hey, do you know what he did?
Like he sexually harassed people and
he masturbated in front of I guess women he was working with. Mm-hmm. He did ask. They didn't say no. They thought he was playing. He was like, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it, and he just, I guess, whacked off. You know what I mean? Here's the thing. Let's say you were working with Louis, right? Mm-hmm. You guys were young. It's the '90s, right? You guys are having a good time. You're sitting down there, and Louis like, "Hey, do you mind if I jack off?" And you respect this guy, and he's a great comedian. He has you under your wing. What do?
I would be like, don't do that shit in front of me.
Okay,
that's
great.
Nasty.
No, that's a great answer.
That's what I would do.
No, but that's a great answer, right? And then what if he was like, well, I'm still going to do it. What do you do then?
Then I would get up and leave.
Okay, there it is. That's what I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
No one. The thing is. From what I read and all the documentation or whatever, and everything that I've been reading about Louis, because listen, I'm a huge Louis C.K. fan. To be honest, I'm gonna go see him this Tuesday, and the Addison Improv because they're doing a secret show, and I'm not gonna miss it. Yeah. He was my bucket list. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Louis is the reason why I started doing comedy 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So he's like truly an idol to me, comedy idol. So I read a lot into it because of course it sucks. I don't what's it called? What's the word?
I still like Bill Cosby. I don't, that's my opinion. But who cares? Why?
No, like I love Louis C.K., but I don't obviously promote sexual harassment or anything or any shit like that. You know what I mean? But I feel like. Everyone's even though the victims are saying, well, I mean, he didn't lock the door or anything like that, or he didn't touch us or hold us or
Yeah.
anything, then fucking leave. Like, what do you?
Exactly.
Why did you stay there? I don't understand this. And
Yeah.
you said the correct thing. You were like, okay, I'd say like, dude, don't do that. And then if he did it, you'd be like, I get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and I'd probably leave and be like, "Oh my god, he's being such a pervert in there, guys, go check it out." You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
you know
I'd be
what I mean?
like, you want to do that? I'm taking out my fucking camera. Do it. Let me see.
Okay, so now that you said that, what do you think made those girls stay there and watch this?
I don't know.
Like as a female, I mean, 'cause,
I don't know.
Well, what I think is maybe because
there are different types of women. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times women are raised as young ladies to just kind of take bullshit. You know what I
Really?
mean? Yeah.
That's
you know what I
interesting.
mean? I mean, even when I was young, I put up with a lot of bullshit. I did. You know what I mean? Like me and my friends, we go to Mexico and guys will be whistling and we just walk kind of like all shy. Now I'd be like, fuck you. You know what I mean? Who the hell do you think you are? You know, but that's me now. And now I'm teaching my girls to speak up.
Yeah,
you know
of
what
course.
I mean? But we weren't really taught that when we were kids. We were just like, just ignore them and keep walking. They'll stop. You know what I mean?
yeah, and
that's
obviously that's not the way to go about it.
Right. Now it's like you need to speak your mind and you need to speak up.
What I think,
Things are just now changing, I think.
yeah. What I think is that they were intimidated in some sorts. You know what I mean? Because he was just this big time comedian, and they were barely breaking into the industry as well, and they were just intimidated. To be honest with you, which is a shitty feeling too. I don't agree with that, using that kind of I guess power. But I don't know if it was like of a power thing or if Louis was just a kinky guy. He was just a kinky dude that was like, well, you didn't say no, so here you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. I'm conflicted in that sense, but I mean.
But the fact that he did it so many times and it worked, that there were so many women that,
Yeah.
didn't
also-
say anything until afterwards, right?
Yeah, for like 9-10 years, they didn't
Yeah.
say anything. They didn't come out, and he didn't get arrested for any of this. He's not a criminal because he didn't charge anything.
Yeah.
And I know people will be like, "Well, it's just because he's not it is a criminal. He is a criminal because he did it." Well, he didn't get arrested for it, and
Yeah.
he didn't touch anyone. And I feel like if Louis was like in a door going, "No, you're not going anywhere," you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I think that's a different story. But it was like, I mean, I'm just gonna go ahead and do this.
Or maybe just the fact that he used his position of power, like you said earlier.
Uh-huh.
Kind of
Yeah,
like
yeah.
how teachers take advantage of like their teenage students or whatever. They're using, it's not so, even if the student is like 18 or something like that, it's not the age so much that matters, but just the position that the teacher is in. Maybe it was the same thing.
You
like
think
he
so?
used, he used
I think it's just horny dudes, man. I think it's horny dudes.
No, I think people do use a position of power to take advantage of
Really,
certain things.
I don't know.
And maybe at that point the girl was thinking, "Ooh, I'm gonna get lucky," like, "Ooh, we're gonna be BFFs or something," and then
it
wasn't, and she felt a little like fuck. Or I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know.
That didn't happen when I was in school, and I'm kind of bummed out about it. I am. There was a lot of teachers that were like, "I hope she fucks me." Like it's but it never happened.
Yeah.
I remember one time I told one of my teachers, I was like, I don't know what she was talking about. She was also the after school teacher for the cheerleaders or the coach or whatever. And she was my science teacher. And I remember I was like, Ms. Adele, you're so beautiful. Why aren't you married yet? And she was like, don't do that, Aaron.
No, yeah, it's so
I
uncomfortable.
was like in like at the 10th grade or something like that. And I was like, I was just saying, man, what's up?
Well, when I was an 8th grade teacher, I had this one student that I actually had to go report to the principal because he kept messing with me. Like he kept
Really?
like it was so weird because he was like he would like blow me kisses and stuff.
Yeah.
It was just so uncomfortable, and I had to go report him. And why are you laughing? Don't laugh at me, fucker. No. So then, why? I'm pretty. I'm just kidding. No.
It's just funny because it's like a little kid.
No. Well, the thing is, he was in 8th grade, but I think he should have been like in 11th. So he was already like getting to like.
He was 27.
Yeah, basically.
He was 27.
So anyways, the kid leaves, and then a few years later, I have his sister, and his sister tells me, "Oh, miss, I forgot the boy's name. My brother's already 19. He wants to know of you." I'm like, "No, are you fucking kidding me?" I was like, "Okay, give him my number." No, just kidding.
Wow. So he's
it was
turned
weird.
out to be a serial killer.
I
That's
guess so,
crazy.
probably, yeah.
So check it out. That teacher that I did that, right? Plot twist. She fucked one of the most popular dudes, the good looking dude
A student?
Yeah. She
Oh my
she
God.
fucked him, and I got kind of hurt. Like I was like, oh, so I'm just ugly.
Oh,
That's
you
cool.
got
That's it's true. I was like, oh, okay, so it's just because I'm ugly. That's fine.
Did she get in trouble? Or
No.
they never found out about
We
it?
didn't snitch back in the days.
Did you have hair back then or no?
Yeah, I had it. Yeah, full set of.
Did y'all-
full set of hair?
Did y'all hear about that one teacher that the parents caught the teacher sending nudes to their son? He must have been like in 11th or 12th grade. Well, the mom found the pictures and posted them on social media.
Oh
yeah. No, it wasn't
no.
pictures. It was video of her like taking a shower. Yeah, she posted it
What's
all
the
over
teacher's
social.
name?
I don't remember.
No,
It's
no.
in the news. It was somewhere in Texas. I don't remember. I think
Don't
like
tell 'em.
Garland or something. I don't know. But yeah, the parents posted the nudes on social media.
Yeah. So
Revenge.
yeah, it never happened for me, unfortunately.
Why you seem so sad?
I mean, because it would have been cool. I didn't lose my virginity till I was 18. I was 18 when I lost my virginity. How crazy is that?
Yeah, me too.
Oh, really?
It's not that crazy.
Did you lose it at 18, Josh?
17, but I mean,
17? Well,
yeah.
I don't know. I guess everyone in school was losing their virginity. Everyone was fucking in school, and I was lying about fucking. So, it was kind of a little awkward stage in my life.
That's funny.
Yeah. But anyways, so Mind Twist Comedy, what did that come about? That little logo you have, that lady, who is she?
She is. I just bought her off the internet.
Really?
Off a logo making company.
Because that logo looks like
A black lady.
no, it looks like a teacher I wouldn't fuck.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. No, well, and it's funny because I bought this logo off of like some logo making company and I saw it. I was like, oh, that's her. That's Mind Twist Comedy right there. Mindy Twisty. That's what I called her.
Mindy Twisty. That's clever.
Yeah. And but I've done like a, what do you call it on Google, the backwards image search. You know where you can like look up images, and there's a little school, a little
Yes,
private
yes.
school.
Oh, you've looked this up.
Yeah.
God damn.
In New York or something. It's an all girls private school, and they use the same logo. And I'm like, well, I guess if I get real famous, then I'll tell them something. But
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's already being used.
yeah, but I think they just probably got off the internet.
I don't think you
or
should have said
something.
that on the podcast.
No, why not?
Just
No,
like-
it's mine. Like I own it. You know what I mean? I bought it.
Oh, I
like
see.
I have the rights to it.
Maybe they didn't buy
Yeah,
it.
I'm pretty sure they didn't, but I don't want to go bug them. You know,
But why Mind Twist? What was it?
I was just thinking of a name that would kind of stand out, and and that's kind of what comedy does. It makes you think. It twists your brain, and, So it didn't even take me that long to come up with it. Probably
Yeah.
like not even a day. I was like, I just need something interesting.
You have your hand in fucking everything. You're doing comedy contest. You're doing your own shows. You promote shows. You're a promoter. You're a great promoter. I told you the other day, please be my manager because you get shit
It's
done.
a lot of work, man.
Yeah.
It's a
Have
lot
you ever crossed like anyone or stepped on someone's toes by accident? Because you know how it is sometimes. Like you're trying to reach out to something and be like, hey, you can't do this. This is my kind of like turf thing. You know what I mean?
No, but I've avoided that. I've had clubs come to me that I know already another like comedian that's like their club or whatever. And I'll ask, well, isn't so-and-so booking this place? And they're like, yeah, but he only does these days. And we want you to come over here on a Saturday or a Sunday. And I'm like, let me talk to this other person first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because even though it's on a separate day, I don't want to, like you said, I don't want to step on anybody's toes.
Yeah, it happens sometimes though. Like
Yeah.
I remember I stepped on someone's toes by accident, but it was here in Laredo actually. It was a theater, and I kind of felt bad afterward. Like, oh shit, yeah, that's right, it's your thing. But the thing is, it's just they do that thing once a year, and locals rarely get on it.
Yeah.
So I kind of wanted that venue so I can put locals on it.
Yeah.
And
But if it's a theater, I mean, because there are some venues that are open to everybody. Like in San Antonio, it's like Las Chiladas, like Breathe Lounge. Also, they're different. Anybody can go to like the venue. You know what I mean? But then there are some where it's just like only that one. You don't want to hurry.
where did you start doing comedy? Was it in Del Rio or was it in San Antonio?
Oh, I was living in San Antonio, but
Okay.
I did my first show in Del Rio, and it was horrible.
Really?
Yeah, it was.
Del Rio's
bad.
tough. Del Rio's tough. Every
It's-
time I've done a show up there, it's been tough. I think the only one that was decent was when Willie Barcena went up there. We had some decent shows at Dog Holidays or whatever. But besides that, I've always had bad experiences in Del Rio, if I can be honest with you. I got arrested in Del Rio.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I was
there. We did that show
Yeah.
at the Paul Polk Theater.
Yeah.
And then we went to Dog Holiday afterwards. And then I was like, I'm going to call it early. And I drove home, and that's when I first got my first fucking arrest.
Yeah. And what sucks is there's no Uber or Lyft in Del Rio. So, like, you're screwed. And, like, people drink a lot over there, you know? So I tell my son, you should just go do your own little Uber thing over there.
I got stopped for driving 4 miles over the speed limit. 4 miles over the speed limit. And then I got this whole fucking... DWI.
And you weren't in your car, right? Or you were in your car?
I was in my dad's car.
They impounded it or something.
Yeah,
they took it, right?
Yeah. They impounded it.
And
then,
and like if you don't have a car in Del Rio, you are screwed. There's no buses, trains.
Luckily, the bail bondsman, she picked me up from jail. She's like, "You hungry? I can take you to pick up something, and then I'll take you somewhere else, wherever you want me to drop you off, and then you call whatever." So like, yeah, cool. So I mean, she was cool that way. And the shit that sucked about that experience is as soon as I got out of jail, I found out that a very close friend of mine passed away.
Yeah.
Bobby Beatty, actually. When I got out of jail, that announcement just fucking surfaced. So I was just all types of messed up that time. And I
remember that. I remember that very clearly. I remember messaging you, and you were just like,
It was a horrible
And your dad
time.
went to pick you up, right?
Yeah. My pops went. Good man. And but I've always held a grudge on Del Rio, and also the show. Like they were never like, I don't know. I can't do Del Rio anymore.
And I'm from there, and I have a hard time.
Really? Mm-hmm. About in San Antonio, is this? I see the scene when I started first going to San Antonio, or whatever. I'm not from San Antonio, but I've seen how the scene's changing. Like, I feel like it's growing at a vast amount. Like, it's, like, super, super big when it comes to comedy. Like, everyone's doing an open mic. Everyone's doing a comedy show.
I still don't think there's enough open mics.
You really?
For San Antonio being the 7th largest city in the nation?
Well, that's true.
You know, one open mic a night. I know on Wednesdays. And then Tuesdays I have mine, but then LOL has theirs, too. You know, and mostly everybody goes to LOL. But that's okay. I went up against the big time. So
the big time.
Yeah.
Speaking of LOL, you had beef there, right? Obviously.
No, I just not with the club, just with the manager.
The manager. What happened with that? Do you mind me asking you that?
Well, it was during the Funniest in South Texas. They have like different rounds, and I made it to the next round, and he got on Facebook and just started like trashing me. So then I trashed back, and when I trashed back, I trashed really bad.
And can you work at that club still? Or?
Yeah, I'm not like banned or anything. I just try not. I avoid him. You know what I mean? And even at that, it's not even that bad.
Oh,
you know
really?
What I mean? Yeah, I mean, we've been together in the same room or in the same area, and he's professional and I'm professional. We try to keep it professional when there's other
Most
people
of the time.
around. Yeah. So
cool.
that's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing. That is a good thing. What's your favorite place to perform at? Like, what city do you just fucking can't wait to go back because you always get a good response there, or you always have a good crowd there?
I don't know. You know, Mescalero, the Inn of the Mountain Gods. You know,
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that's always fun. I haven't featured there yet. I've opened and hosted, and the crowd is always awesome there. Then, of course, San Antonio. I love San Antonio, and I love Las Vegas. You know, and Hyenas in Fort Worth. I freaking love Hyenas.
Okay,
man. The people there are awesome.
Well, that's one thing I was gonna tell you. I think Dallas Fort Worth area is one of my favorite places.
Yeah.
That scene is so fucking cool.
Yeah,
I remember doing Hyenas, but in Plano, and it's so amazing. Like, it was like a show with like maybe 20 comedians or like 25
like
or
a
something.
Showcase.
Yeah, it was one of those Butch Lords showcases.
Yeah, I've done those.
Yeah, and there was like 300 people in there. Like, it was amazing.
It feels so good just to hear like all that laughter. Yeah,
yeah. But
so I'm taking the teacher show out there. The Teacher's Gone Bad. I
saw that. Is it going to be in that red room?
No, it's going to be in the main room.
Really?
In the red room, I think I'm going to be on there July 6th.
Yeah, because my guy fucking canceled. Shout out to New Mexico. Thank you. Yeah. So back to that, was it
the Teacher's
the mountain?
Gone Bad?
No, the mountain thing.
Into the Mountain Gods.
Into the Mountain Gods. Who who books that? Well, you know what? Message me. You don't have to say it on here. Just message me because someone told me to go do that, and I was like, I don't know who do I talk to for that. I don't know.
Well, there's two people.
Oh, is there?
Yeah, there's one that books a hosting and like opening, and then there's another one that books the features and the headliners.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a little bit.
Do you have any like a fan base or not fan base? Maybe like family or I guess you could say fan base outside of Texas. Do you think?
Not too much. I think most of it's in Texas.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I have, because I mean, I really haven't gone anywhere else. I did California, but that was like a while back, even before mine was comedy.
Where was what part of California? Or what did you do in California?
San Diego. My husband had to go work up there, so I just hit a few.
Oh, great!
I got a few showcases. Al Gonzalez, he actually set me up with one of his well, not set up, but you know what I mean. He introduced me to one of his friends out there, Pete Munoz.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Yeah, and he's a friend of mine now. He's actually coming to San Antonio pretty soon.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah. So he got me in a few shows and stuff. So
you love drinking. You like drinking a lot, and I feel you because obviously I'm in the same route, right? You like drinking a lot. I like drinking a lot.
And luckily it doesn't get in my way, but my husband says that I'd be like 10 times better if I didn't drink. But I don't know. I think he's just saying
that. But here's the thing, what I was going to ask you. Have you ever been in trouble because of drinking?
Mm-mm.
Like with the law or nothing like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Well, because I don't drink. I don't drive. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's it. You're also your eyes, right? You have a problem with your eyes.
So
what's going on with that?
I have an eye disorder called retinitis pigmentosa. I'm basically getting tunnel vision, color. I have color blindness. I have horrible depth perception. Yeah. Bad, ugly guy. Deception. Reception, whatever you want to call it.
Did you not see what I did over
No,
here?
yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
It's just like, it's...
Tunnel vision, how like
I have blind spots like in a circle. Like this, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So if you had moved your hand a little bit to the left or eat a little bit this way, you probably wouldn't have been able to see it.
Huh.
To see it. Mm-hmm.
And is there? Can you get surgery for that?
No. It's done. Like I'm gonna be blind.
Really?
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to hit everything hard right now.
So you can make your name and then you just be like, "Can you guide me to the mic?"
Yes, exactly. No, actually, you know.
Hey, you might have blind jokes. I mean,
I know.
Right? That'll work.
Yeah. I know. My goal is to eventually. I mean, I'm not going to be able to travel forever. You know, everybody gets old. But I would like to have my own little comedy club eventually someday. And just in San Antonio and just stay home.
That
you know what I mean?
would be amazing.
Mind Twist Comedy Club. You know, but we'll see.
I see it.
I do too.
I see the vision.
My little logo, my little private school girl.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that, but but yeah, that'd be cool. I've always dreamed of also doing a comedy club. But honestly, there's at some points where I get tired of booking comedians, and I love it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Because obviously I can't stop.
Yeah.
Right now I'm running 3 showcases now, and I'm like, why? Why am I doing this?
Yes.
Why do I
fun.
have 3 showcases? It is fun, and it's also like any opportunity I get to get on the mic and just work out some new stuff.
Yeah.
It's always fun. I'm starting to do this new thing where I go on stage with no material. And
with no material?
Yeah. And well, I mean, obviously, like an open mic.
Yeah.
And just work on stage. I'll go with like one little premise, right? I don't go all like blank slate or whatever, but I'm slowly starting to go on stage and work on material while I'm on stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know it sounds crazy.
I can't do that. I need a plan.
Well, not now though. I don't think you can do, like, maybe not now, but I feel like at a certain point, do you know what inspired me though? I got tired of my own material. I was like, ugh. I know it hits. I know it's solid, but I'm like, I want new material. And I get a lot of writer's block. I get a lot of writer's block. So I was like, why don't I just go up there and fuck around and see what happens. Don't cough on my show.
Sorry.
Please don't cough on my show.
I need to stop smoking too.
You smoke cigarettes?
Yeah.
You smoke weed?
No.
No?
Mm-mm. I eat edibles though.
Okay, there you go.
I don't smoke them. I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, you. How do you? Okay, hold on. How do you eat edibles? That's totally fine. Not smoke weed, but smoke cigarettes.
I don't know. There's something about the weed. It hurts me. Maybe I'm just not doing it right or something. I don't know. But ever since I was in high school, like I remember, like I would smoke it, but I would be like, ugh. Like it would just fuck with me, you know.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But I can smoke cigarettes.
I love smoking
Maybe
weed.
because I don't know. Maybe it's a filter of the cigarettes that makes it a little bit smoother.
Well, you can put filters on weed now. Like you can make your
Yeah.
own filters and just smoke it like that.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll help you. Yeah, but you're not a big
But I don't
pot
like the
person.
way I don't like the way it smells a lot either.
Yeah, that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part. Do you like the way it smells, Josh? He does like the way it smells. Josh loves drugs. Like he loves acid a lot. He likes psychedelic. You should be on his podcast. His podcast is super like.
Do you do drugs on your podcast?
No. Well, that's a lie. The last episode we shot, which was 100, I was really, really stoned. Like I ate an edible.
They talk about aliens and stuff like that. It's
Just a bunch of different stuff in general.
it's really interesting. It's growing on me. At first I was like, fuck this guy's podcast. But he's like, can I be your producer for your podcast? I'm like, I love your podcast, dude. Like, yeah, of course.
Have you been to like a dispensary or anything?
I have
did
actually.
you?
Yeah, I have. I went to a dispensary in California before it was recreationally illegal. I was being a truck driver assistant, right? And I was a truck driver assistant, and we went to California, and he was like, "We can't get weed here. We need to get a license." I was like, "Well, let's fucking go get a license. It's super simple." So we went to Venice Beach, and there was some guy who was like, with a sign like, "Do you need a license?"
Oh my god!
And we're like, "That looks legit. Let's go there." We both paid $200 each just for a license, right? And then it was super shady because this license we could only get bud from one dispensary. So we're like, "All right, let's go there." So I racked up on gummies, cookies.
Yeah.
I got bud. I got a cartridge. And then they gave me like extra gummies. He's like, "Here, thank you." And I'm like, "Thank you."
$200.
Which I'm glad that happened because on the way back to Texas, in some random lonesome place in California, in the middle of nowhere, there was like a gas station. There was like a hotel shit not connected, but super close to the gas station. Our truck fucking bailed. Like it just blew out. Like engine blew out, and we had to stay there in that secluded place for a week. But we had so much weed. So it was all right.
Survived.
Yeah, we survived. It was and it was like we're literally surrounded by mountains. So we're like, this is God. This is God talking to us right now. We need to do all this weed and be with nature, dude. We didn't. We just stayed in the room and just got drunk and high.
Oh my god!
Yeah. I love smoking weed. I can't do it right now because I'm on probation. I'm almost done. 4 months. Whoop, whoop. Right?
Why are you on probation?
For the Del Rio thing.
It's been that long?
Here's the thing though. They held that fucking case for 2 years. Like they didn't fucking do a charge on me till basically this year.
Oh my god!
Yeah, they didn't put
And
a charge on me.
you couldn't get out of it?
No. I and I got a good deal because I paid a lot for a lawyer, a Del Rio lawyer. You know what? Shout out to Soneste Mireles, fucking great DWI lawyer. Yeah, he got me 9 months probation, which
that's not bad.
isn't bad at all. I don't have to do the breathalyzer thing or anything like that. You know what I mean? I obviously can't do. I can't smoke weed or anything like that. But yeah, it's tough. I mean, it's not tough. It's not tough for people who say that, you know, once you start smoking weed, like it's an addictive drug or whatever, or you know, it's hard to get off of it. It's not true. I mean, I'm here to tell you that it's not fucking true.
Weed.
Yeah. I've stopped twice for two separate probation things or whatever, and it's like from one day to the next. Like, all right, well, I guess I can't smoke now.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing. I mean, at first you don't get in a bad mood, but you get annoyed. You're like, wish I could smoke a joint right now. But you just get over it, you know, really fast. You can't do that shit like with meth or cocaine or anything. You can't be like, I'm gonna stop smoking with. No, I'm not. I'm not gonna stop smoking meth. You know, I've never
Yeah.
done meth. I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure that's the way it works. You know, have you done any other drugs besides like? Well, marijuana's not a
No.
drug. Nothing like that.
Nope, never.
No.
Just alcohol. That's my drug. That's enough. It's probably the worst one of them all, right?
I mean, meth is pretty up there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, it's pretty
if
up
I can be honest, meth is pretty up there. And also all these fucking prescription drugs, those are really, really fucking bad. You know,
Yeah.
super bad.
But at least with meth, like, you know that it's bad. You know what I mean? Like with alcohol, you can just go buy it at the store, and everybody's like okay with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
it's corporate. That's what it is. Especially the big. What do you drink? What's your
vodka.
You like vodka?
Yeah,
You're a vodka girl.
Yeah.
My girlfriend is too.
Only because it has the least amount of carbs.
Oh, really? That's the only reason.
And Diet Coke, yeah, it's great. To almost.
Well, I mean that's as
I'll
bad
eat
as
like a pig all day, but then when it comes to drinking, I diet.
that's
okay?
that's a bad that's as bad of an excuse as my girlfriend. My girlfriend says she's half white, so she's like it's my Irish ancestors because she has Irish in her blood. And I was like, no, you're an alcoholic. Like that's the only thing. It's not Irish. She's like, that's why I love fries and potatoes because it's my Irish. I was like, no, no, it's because you have a problem. You have an eating disorder. That's not true. She's amazing.
I'm like,
I hope she's not watching this.
I have an eating disorder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So tonight you have a show.
Yes.
You're headlining.
I am.
You're headlining.
I'm like nervous. I need to go over my set right now.
How much time are you
45
doing?
minutes. I can do it. As long as I don't forget a single thing and I breathe. I've done 45 minutes before.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You can do, if you've done it before, you can do it again.
Yeah.
But do you, okay, let's see. You're doing this 45 minutes, right? Mm-hmm. Do you stick to the plan? Do you stick to the whole set?
I
or
do.
Do you fuck around with the crowd?
I stick to the whole set, and if I mess around with the crowd, it's going to be just in between, but then I get back on track.
Okay.
And then,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'll get
good.
off, but I stay on track. I can't.
Because I know some
out.
comics that try not to fuck around with the crowd because they feel like they're going to be thrown off and they're like, their rhythm or whatever. But I'm not like that. I flow with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is this the first time you're headlining 45 minutes?
No, I've done it before.
Where at?
In with the comedy, the compadres at comedy at oh my goodness, where was it? It was in League City. Mm-hmm. By Houston.
Shout out to those guys. Those guys are doing cool things.
I forgot it was Scotty's bar.
I was supposed to go do that too, but I just well, I mean, it just wasn't gonna be much like a lot of profit for me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was already like tired of the road, so I was like, I'm gonna drive all the way over there. I'm gonna pay for the hotel.
Yeah.
And there's not gonna be any income coming back to me. I think those guys are doing great things.
Yeah.
And the Scotty's thing, I was down and I was super close to going, but I was like, you know what? I can't. Right? I can't afford it.
Has to be
basically I couldn't afford it. Which kind of sucks, you know, to say that as a comedian. You want to perform, but sometimes you can't go to a place because you can't afford it.
Yeah.
You can't afford to perform.
Yeah.
And it's such a weird thing. You know what I mean? It's so weird. It's so weird. You obviously don't have that problem because your husband's a drug dealer.
Yeah.
And
it's great. I don't have to say anything. Fuck it right now. Just kidding.
He's not a drug dealer. He's not. He just looks like one. I'm just playing Lalo. He's been sitting on my couch. I left UFC on for him in mute. I don't even know if he wants to watch that, but he has. He has. And if you don't know me, my living room is full of MMA memorabilia. So there's just one guy there sitting down, probably on his phone. Is he on his phone, Josh? Yep. He's on his phone. There's fights going on the screen, and he fucking hates me for talking. Anyways.
You're crazy. He doesn't hate you. He's my scene Iman.
Let me ask you. I was telling him earlier that I sometimes I get tired of my set. Do you ever get tired of your set?
Yes, all the time. But it's comforting though. You know what I mean? Like especially like tonight. Like I know exactly what I'm doing.
Is that a good or a bad thing that it's comforting?
For tonight, it's okay. But
okay.
You know what I'm saying? For tonight, it's okay. But after, you know, I'm just like everybody. I need to keep working on new stuff. You know what I mean? And then once I get another 10 minutes and let's see what 10 minutes I take out of this set and stick that in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So usually I take out the oldest stuff and then just stick in the new stuff.
Cool.
You know? Sorry.
Is there any states that you would love to do?
New York. I'm seeing a lot of comedians talking about New York.
Yeah, that's something I want to do too.
I did Canada one time. I did a showcase.
I saw that.
Canada. Mm-hmm,
yeah, what was that place called? Yuck Yucks.
Yuck Yucks. Yeah,
I saw that.
That was fun.
How did you manage to do that?
Well, what I do is like whenever I travel, because usually it's with my husband. He's usually traveling all over the place. So whenever I know he's gonna go somewhere, I'll hit up like on Facebook like their comedy pages, And then I just kind of study like who's doing what, who's in charge of what, and then I just start sending them my EPK and stuff,
Cool. So you got good credits? What do you got going on? Showtime?
Showtime.
HBO.
Is Showtime even still around?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brendan Schaub just released his fucking...
I don't want to talk about that.
Why?
A lot of comedians don't want to talk about that.
Hater.
Did you like it?
I saw him live here at Cap City in Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, it was entertaining.
See, well,
here, call it like straight up comedy.
Here's the thing. You said immediately I knew what it meant to you. Like, I mean, that's already a good indicator of like.
Or maybe he's just saying that because he knows what other people think.
Listen. Brendan is a funny guy. He's a funny guy. I love watching Fighter and the Kid. You know, he can be funny. I just think that he kind of he's not solid enough to already do these big things. You know what I mean? I feel like he can be. I feel like with a little bit more years into it or whatever, not just entertainment, but in comedy, I feel like Brendan Schaub can actually be the comedian that he could probably become if he put a little bit more miles on it. You know what I mean? I feel like they threw him on the big stage immediately. Like there's a lot of comedians out there.
Where is he from?
Brendan Schaub. Mm-hmm. He used to be an MMA fighter. He used to fight for the UFC. And he has a great podcast with a funny comedian. Mm-hmm. Not that he's not funny. I don't want to say it like that, but Brian Callen. It's called The Fighter and the Kid, and it's a great podcast. It's honestly one of my favorites. But he kind of, like I said, he's a funny guy. When you see him on the podcast, he's funny. But when you see him on stage, he's entertaining, and the pops that he gets are like they still need. He still needs like forming. Mm-hmm. He still needs forming, and to do that, I don't think the right way to do it was to give him a Showtime special. I feel like he should have gone on the road.
So how long has he been doing it, or is he like really new? You'd say
Super
like he just
new.
left
like 3 years. Maybe?
3 years maybe, and he already has.
Why can't that happen to me?
Well, here's the thing. It's because he's a broadcaster at Showtime already. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? He has this famous podcast, which also helps. He knows a bunch of great comedians like Brian Callen, Joe Rogan. He chills with that group and stuff like that.
That's his inner circle.
That's his inner circle, yeah. Those are his buddies, you know?
It's pretty dope.
We got some comments. What did we get, Josh?
Oh, no.
Something about the audio. That's what I saw.
Oh, great, man. Yeah. It's really cool shit. It's just
hey, you're
dope.
doing a bad job as a producer, Josh. Oh, fuck. All right.
Connections for the audio. Sounds like it's recording audio from the camera.
Was that Roger?
Yeah.
Yeah, thought so.
That's your boy, dog.
Thanks, Roger. Boy. Thanks for saving me a spot at your open mic yesterday. Really.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that. I know it's your show, Irma. Yeah. So
yesterday,
the mic drop is this awesome open mic here in Laredo, right? Mm-hmm. Probably the best that's ever been in Laredo.
It's an open mic.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it looks like a fucking showcase.
Who runs it?
Roger and Franny.
Okay.
Roger and Franny, they run it, and it's a tight list, you know. So you have to get there to get on the list. And the funny part is Josh, he's trying to do comedy a little bit, you know what I mean? He goes on stage and he likes fucking around. So he's like, hey, man, I'm going to be like 10 minutes late. Do you mind signing me up or whatever? And Roger was like, nah, got to stick to the plan. You have to be here. The fucked up part is that's his actual co-host for the Aliens on the Border podcast.
Oh.
And I was like, damn, Roger's a savage.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine, though. That's fine.
That is so mean.
Stick to the rules. I respect that.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's going to be a time when you're going to be like, no, I have to stick to the rules now. Get your own toilet paper.
I need a new co-host. Who's watching? You got some people watching.
Yes.
No one watches my podcast. Like, if I can be honest with you, no one watches right now.
I didn't do the share thing, but I'll share it a little bit later.
It's all right. Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. Like, it's not going nowhere. I just want to, talk to people.
You have it on a separate page, though, right? It's not on your Facebook page?
Yeah, well, it is now because I shared it, but it's on the Good Set Bro page. Like I said, it's barely starting. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So I shouldn't be talking about this. I'm all bumming everyone out. Like, man, this podcast sucks.
No, it's awesome. I'm on it.
Yeah? I don't know what to talk about no more. You like my bamboo plant?
I do like it. It's nice.
Yesterday, I went on stage and I fucking destroyed.
Planned it or no? Was that one of the ones where you just went up and just did whatever? You're talking about the open mic, right?
Yeah. Like I said, they're like showcases and it's such a fun crowd. So you go up there and just burn and they're like, ah, oh my God, it's so funny.
So how many people are on, how much time do y'all get?
5 minutes.
Okay. So how long does the show go?
It goes for a long time. What's the list like?
There's like, I think 15 slots in total.
There's 15 slots in total and it gets filled up.
Yeah.
Is there? Yeah, right. There is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but like I said, you go in there, you're like, is this a show or an open mic? Because people, every open mic that I've been to, like even out of town sometimes, they're like, except LOL. LOL does get pretty packed. Does that still get packed? Yeah? Yeah,
it gets, I haven't gone in a while since I've been doing my open mic. But yeah, from what I hear, it gets packed. You know what I mean? That's like the spot. That's like the spot in San Antonio.
Yeah. For like, let's just say for young comedians that are trying to, get booked. Let's say not so much young comedian, but a
new comedian.
No. Let's say a comedian that's been doing it for about 4 years, right? They got some solid stuff going on. How do you get booked? Like
you need people to see you, like the bookers. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then even with that, like for me, for example, I'm
asking you because I feel like you book way more than me, and at a fast pace too. Like I'm like, shit, this girl's everywhere.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So I mean, like and also I'm probably asking for myself, like how do you do it to just be all over the place, from city to city, state to state? Every time, like I like obviously my New Mexico shit didn't go through, that show didn't go through, and immediately you're just like, all right, well I'm on Hyenas now.
I know.
Like how?
Well, because I actually I had been asked to be on the Hyenas show.
Oh,
but I had turned it down because I had already.
We had
I already had the plans for New Mexico. So when you said, "Oh, we can't do that," I was like, "Ding, ding, 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 ding." Let me see. And then at first they were like, "No, we already filled it," And I was like, "Wah," and I cried a little. And then they were like, "Okay, you can be on." And I was like, "Yay!"
It's the worst. It's the worst getting a show canceled. Oh God, I like not only.
But you know what? It was gonna be a long drive, Aaron. You know what I mean? So
I'm used to the long drives. They're nothing to me, to be honest with you.
But I mean, I was okay with it. I wasn't like, oh, it's the end of the world or anything. I was okay because I already had something, going on or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, the only thing that sucks about it is, like, especially for like I was headlining it, right? So I create the lineup. I feel like not only do I get let down, because it's a nice little payday for me, but I also let down the people that I booked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To be my lineup. No. So I was like, fuck.
You let us know with enough time in advance. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like, the next day or whatever.
Yeah, because I know Roger was pretty bummed out. Roger was like, "Gee, man, it was going to be my first out-of-state show." Aww. And then me, like, just being the guy that I am, I'm like, "Oh, don't worry about it." And I even told y'all, like, I'm working on it. I'll fucking get us booked somewhere so we can make it a whole weekend full of things or whatever. But it just I don't know. I feel like I have to make it up somehow.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
You're okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about me.
Yeah, Roger hates me. Aww. Roger fucking hates me.
I guess so, because he didn't give him a spot. Is it the same Roger?
Yeah, that's the same Roger. Yeah. Yeah, Roger.
He's just bitter.
He's a cold motherfucker, man. He's a cold motherfucker.
But maybe that's why that happened.
Maybe.
Oh, no, it's flip-flop. Sorry.
I did Louisiana. Have you done Louisiana? That shit's fun.
I've never even stopped in Louisiana.
Really?
I've always just driven right through. I've been telling my husband that I want to go to New Orleans, but he says it floods there.
Oh, come on. Too soon, Lalo. Too soon.
Yeah. And since he's a boss of me.
You have kids, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
They know you do comedy, right?
Yes.
Have they seen your set?
Some of it.
Some of it. How? What do you mean? You don't think behind your back they've like YouTubed you?
Nah.
No?
No, I don't think so. They have no interest in me at all.
How old are they, if you don't mind me asking?
25, 21, 15, and 15.
And they've seen some of it? You can't let the 25-year-old see all of it?
No, yeah, he's seen it. But I think the girls, and probably my stepson has too, but I don't think my daughters have.
Is it weird? Because I don't have kids, so is it weird, like, saying the stuff you say on stage and knowing you have kids and they might somehow come across it someday?
I worry about it a little bit, you know what I mean? Because, the stories that we tell on stage, they're always kind of not 100% truth. We we embellish things, you know what I mean? So that's what I worry about. I think they're going to be like, Mom, I can't believe you said that. And you said that on top of it. That's what I worry about.
Yeah.
They'll be okay.
Where do you get your comedy from? Like, are you just observational?
Yeah, observational, just real life situations. Or I get two completely different situations and combine them into one. You know what I mean? Like, I had this joke about my mom being a coyote, and then that she's also...
Is that a true story?
Yeah.
Oh, really? It is?
Yeah, and well, kind of, not officially. They used to cross the border, and she would pick him up, and then she would take him to the bus stop. You know what I mean? But she wasn't doing it because she was an actual coyote. She was just being a nice lady. You know what I mean?
Was she getting paid for it?
No.
Really?
Yeah, she would just pick him up, and like we would
she's a very sweet person.
Yeah, but this was like in the late 80s, early 90s. It wasn't such a big deal back then. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, because we used to have a house like right on the border, right on the Rio Grande. So they would cross the river, and sometimes they would just go knock on our door because the word had gotten around in Acuña in Mexico that we were nice people. And so they would go knock on our door and asking us like for food and like for blankets, and my dad would just let them. It would be like in the middle of the night, and they'd be like sleeping outside of the house, but they'd have blankets because it would be like super cold. They were all wet, and I'm talking like mothers and kids, And so my dad he wouldn't let them inside the house, but he would just turn on like the dryer, for the clothes, so that the heat would go out, So they would just kind of huddle underneath and just have
shit.
Yeah. So, but he wouldn't let them in the house. But then we knew like by the morning that the blankets were going to be folded up and they were going to be gone. Unless my mom would see him walking down the road, she would pick him up and take him to the bus stop.
Classy Mexicans right there, man.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy to me. And this was in the 80s, right?
Yeah,
like it was just
late 80s, early 90s. It wasn't so bad back then. You could cross the river.
I don't think I've heard anything like that here.
What do you mean? Okay,
well here obviously people are getting paid to do that, to pick up people and take them somewhere. So, but they were doing it out of the kindness of their heart.
Word, and I get that because I used to live with my parents. Like they still live like very, very close to the river, like fucking a couple 100 yards away and shit. And dudes would like walk by, like people, oh shit, and like. They wouldn't take them anywhere, but like we gave them food. Like this one time we cooked out and we were hanging out, and some guy just rolled up like real scared, and I was like, "All right, man, here, have some food and a beer, I guess." But
and then he gave you a kilo of coke.
No.
So what I do now is like I take that my 1980s mom and I take my mom now, who's like 100% like Trump supporter. You know what I mean? Hardcore. Dude, like my mom.
Is that?
I know. Like my mom has, she's all Catholic and stuff. So she has like a calendar of like Jesus, you know what I mean? And she doesn't want to throw it away because it's a calendar of Jesus. But then she has a freaking picture of Donald Trump like pinned into like Jesus' face on the calendar. It's just so fucking weird.
Is this wait.
This is my same mother, the one who used to pick up the people. Yes, because after a while, once times started changing, not only were they coming over to just for a better life, they started coming in and breaking to our house and shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And then like there was this one time my sister was like 15 years old and she actually walked upstairs and there was like 5 men in our kitchen. She was 15, okay? Beautiful little girl. And then, so you can imagine what these guys did? They just looked at her and they went, "¿Qué? Like what? Like what are you gonna do?" Nah, they didn't even fucking move like they were scared or nothing. Like she's the one who ended up running out of the house.
Yo.
Yeah. So it just happened to be that there was a border patrol passing, and she was like, "there's people in my house."
Oh shit.
So then that's when things started changing. That's when my mother changed. So as a joke, I take my mom as the 1980s mom and my current mom, and I combine them and make a joke. So that's.
It sounds like it sounds like the premise of how like a superhero movie, how a villain turns into a villain.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Something happens like, I gave you guys a chance. Now build that wall.
I know, build that wall.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Acuña, have you been to Acuña? Have you crossed over there?
Yeah, like literally, like I said, my house was on the border. Me and my sisters used to jump into the Rio Grande, swim over to Mexico.
What?
Jump off the cliffs and swim back home. We were like the American wetbacks.
I have a joke that says American wetbacks.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, it's mine now.
Okay. How can you drink? How can you?
Yeah, it was our backyard. We had a little pier.
No. That's not what. You had a pier, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! No, that's not what I'm saying. Like, how can you swim on that? Fucking
Oh,
was it not that?
Well, no, it was super deep some places. But what we would do is we would walk like up the river, in the river, walk up the river, and then the river would kind of bring us down. So we'd kind of go like in an angle. We'd go like that, and then go to the cliffs, and then swim back home. Because it was the currents were very strong.
Oh shit!
I never felt like I was ever gonna drown or anything like that. Like I see stories.
I would have drowned 100%. Yeah, I'm not a good swimmer.
Yeah.
I'm not good. I can swim good at swimming pools. Is that weird? Like I can float. Here's the thing: I can float in a swimming pool. That's no problem. Like I can even be on my back and just float and stuff like that. Right? Whenever I go to like a lake or something, I don't float. I don't float somehow. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's maybe the chlorine.
I don't know.
Or
it's weird.
Yeah, it's super weird. I just can't float. Like I tried it in Jamaica. Well, actually, no, not Jamaica. I think it was in. I don't know where the fuck I was at. I was younger, and we went to this like forest area, and there was a big lake there. And I was like, "Oh, cool! I know how to swim, so let's see." And I started swimming, and I just started going down as I'm swimming. I was like, "This isn't working. This isn't working. Help!
That's super weird."
Yeah, you know what's cool though? In Jamaica, when I went to Jamaica, the salt content is so heavy, you float by yourself.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I was trying to sit down in the beach, right? Because I don't fuck with the ocean a lot. I don't like getting in the ocean, mostly because
it's beautiful there.
Yeah. But I just don't get into the ocean because it's just it's scary. Like, I respect sea creatures. I think they're the fucking scariest things ever. So I don't get in. I get in like maybe waist deep. And if then, right? Or knee deep and I'll splash around a little bit, right? Just to have a good time. And yeah. So in Jamaica, I was like, it looked beautiful. It was like blue water. And I was like, I'm getting into this fucking thing. So I got in, right? And I sat down, or I tried to sit down, and like it was just like picking me up. Like, I'm going to take this off. I can take this off right now. Yeah, it was fucking picking me up. Like I couldn't get down. That's how heavy the salt. Because I don't know if you know this, but there's a lot of salt in water. You float automatically. I've been wanting to do those isolation tanks. Do you know what that is?
No.
So an isolation tank is basically like it's this tank of like an egg, right? It's
therapeutic type thing.
I guess so, right? It could be considered as it. But what it is basically like this big egg, right? And you get they're in different shapes. You get in, and the water's at your temperature, like your body temperature, which is, I think is like what 98, 97 degrees or whatever. And it has a lot of salt in it. So what they do is that you get into this this chamber or whatever, and they close the lid so it's pitch black, and then you're like floating like involuntarily. You're just floating, and the water's at your temperature. So it's basically like you're floating in thin air because you don't feel the water because it's the temperature of your core body or whatever. And then all of a sudden, it depends what state of mind you're at. You start like maybe hallucinating a little bit, and there's no drugs involved. It's just the mind has nowhere to go but inside itself. So you're basically seeing pitch black. You don't feel anything. You don't touch anything. You're just... And you don't hear anything either, right? That's what it's called.
So it's not like a massage thing.
No, not at all.
Because they have those water massage things in the malls in Las Vegas.
No, it's nothing like that.
So what would be the purpose of that?
It can cleanse your mind, I guess, in some forms, right?
It's called a sensory deprivation tank.
Yeah, sensory deprivation. So you don't hear anything, you don't see anything, you don't feel anything. You're just.
So kind of like being dead.
Well, we don't know that. We don't know that because we don't know what it's like to be dead, you know. But they have some in Austin, and I've been wanting to try them. One of my best friends, he said he went to one. He went to a lot of them, but there's one time he was like, he recommended never to do them like when you're high or
you have to be naked.
No, you can wear like swim shorts or like a bathing suit or whatever. I mean, you can be naked if you want to, but I don't know. It's weird. So yeah, he said, yeah, I go all the time and they're fucking badass, like, because he loves also psychedelics and stuff like that.
But
he
if
said
you
that,
don't feel anything, how do you not drown?
oh, it's not deep.
Oh, okay.
It's like literally maybe a foot of water, or a foot or 2 feet, maybe a foot of water, and you're floating because, like I said, they put a lot of salt in it, so you float automatically. So my friend, I think he still does it. He goes all the time because he likes psychedelic experiences, right? And he loves it. But he said that one time he was like, he wanted to intensify it, so he smoked some weed or whatever. And he just lasted like maybe 10 minutes in there. He opened the tank and blah, he threw up because it was like it was too much for him. And I don't know.
That would have been cool to see with my camera.
Dude, you don't give a fuck who's around. Like, you just constantly record things. You love yourself. You record yourself constantly, which I respect because I'm not like that. Whenever I go live, like even doing the podcast, like whenever I go live, I'm super self-conscious. Like, I'm like, you don't have to be here if you don't want to. You're like, hi everybody.
What's up?
Yeah. Where does that confidence come from?
I don't know. I've just always been like that. I don't know.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Like, I was like that girl. Like, I remember like all my friends in high school. Like, we'd all be eating lunch with our stupid trays and stuff. Like, everybody would like wait for each other to finish so they would go throw their tray. And I just like get up and go, and everybody would just stare at me. I'd be like, what's going on? Aren't you done with your food?
Yeah.
Like weird shit like that. I don't know. Like, I'm just that type of, I don't get embarrassed too much. Like, I can go to a movie by myself. I can sit down at a restaurant and eat by myself.
Yeah, me too.
Like, I don't care what people think about me, and I really don't.
That's a good way to feel. Yeah. Yeah, I do all those things too, but I kind of do care what people think about me. Like, when you do those Facebook Live things, I'm like, how can you do that? Because I've done Facebook Live, like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, no one's watching. And I just fucking turn it off. You know what I mean? Because I get so subconscious that people are gonna think I'm a fucking loser.
Well, sometimes
but you rock it. I'm not saying that you're like a loser or anything. You rock that shit. Like, you're having so much fun that sometimes I get engaged and like, I'm like, why the fuck am I watching Irma right now? And she's just singing freestyle songs. Like, I got shit to do. You know what I mean? It's like, how the fuck is she doing that? Where did she get that confidence from?
Yeah. Well, I mean, there will be times where like I'm doing a live video and like I just see nobody's watching, but I'm just like, fuck, I'll just leave it there. Somebody will watch eventually. You know what I mean? Because just because it's live doesn't mean that, it doesn't disappear. It'll stay there. Yeah. And then I'll get on the next morning. I'll be like, fuck, who watched that damn fucking 232 people. Oh shit, delete. Maybe nobody important watched it. Just kidding. So maybe I do care about what people think about me. 232
people. That's a pretty big thing. The most I get is I get like 7. 7's my high, I think.
But you're doing it from your page, not your personal page, right? When I do it on my Mind Twist comedy page, Facebook is not going to let so many people see it. You know what I mean? But if you do it off of your personal page.
Well, I share it on my personal page.
Okay. So that's probably what it is. I'm trying to see what the biggest thing that I think the last one that I did was, oh my God, I almost missed my airplane in Las Vegas.
Oh, I saw that. We saw that.
Oh, so yeah. This one has 232 videos. Yeah. Literally, I was asleep. Lalo sent security to go wake me up in my hotel. Right, babe? Yeah, he did. Yeah, so there was...
He nodded his head just so...
Yeah, okay. He's like...
Yeah, they had to go wake me up.
Really? What, did you just overslept or did you had a rough night?
We had a late night, and I thought, I could wake up. Next thing I know, but thank God I was still wearing my makeup and my clothes from the day before, so I just got all my stuff together and ran out. Yeah, I wore the same clothes for 2 days. It was great.
Vegas, am I right?
Vegas, yes.
I hate Vegas. If I can be honest with you, I fucking hate Vegas. I can't do it. The times that I've been there, you have to
go and not be a tourist. You have to go and.
Oh yeah, I wasn't being a tourist. I went with my best friend. He paid for everything. We did a lot of bad things, and I came back drained. Like I always explain it. I used to have a bit where I was saying that Vegas is kind of like an abusive boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like. You go like, no, he's gonna change this time. Like he's gonna change. I'm gonna go see him. Then you go and then you come back. You're like, oh, he hit me. He beat me. He took my money.
He took my money.
Do you like gambling?
I just do slot machines. I don't know how to play like cards and all that.
Really?
Stuff.
I love gambling. I try to stay away from it as much as possible.
Yeah.
I got an addictive personality.
I do too.
Yeah.
I do. That's why I won't try hard stuff like meth and all that. 'Cause I'll be
Again
like,
with the meth.
I'm in.
I'd be scared. I'd be scared if you would do like meth or any kind of psychedelics.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you did acid, I don't think we will get Irma back.
No.
If I can be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't think so either because I'm already fucked up in my head. So I don't.
So tonight, give me the details on the show. What's going on?
I don't know. I need to look it
Awesome.
up right now.
That's awesome.
That's evil.
Well, I know the details for the
Okay,
show.
tell me the details.
Tonight, Miss Irma Ruiz is going to be headlining
At-
Keg Stand Comedy at Cultura Bar. There's food trucks all over the place. Delicious food trucks.
Food truck.
Yeah,
Cultura
yeah.
Beer Garden.
Go to Cultura Beer Garden. And they have
there's a flyer.
great beer.
It's free.
It's free. It's a fucking free show. AJ Grace is on that. Who else is on that? Steve is Steve on it? Let me see
I
that.
don't
It's
know.
Esteban. Esteban is hosting, I believe.
Yeah, I can't recognize
And
it.
probably a bunch of special guests. It's gonna be a great
It's
show.
on 916 Salinas Avenue.
Yeah, Laredo knows where it's at. That's the only
Cultura Beer Garden. That's me.
Is that your announcer voice?
Yes.
Cultura
Beer Garden.
You're good at that. You should do radio.
I know,
You should
right?
do radio. Well, thank you for being here, Irma.
Well, thank you for having me,
was
Mr. Aaron Suarez.
Yeah, it was a great pleasure. Oh, next week it's San Antonio. You're in San Antonio. I'm gonna be headlining the Breathe Lounge.
July 5th, Friday, July 5th.
Are you on that show? Or are you just throwing it?
I'm not on it, but if I get a lot of people to go and they want to see me, I might just throw myself on it.
Great.
I'll just do like 5 minutes or something.
So yeah, that's gonna be on Friday, July 5th, right after 4th of July. So 4th of July weekend, basically. So come on
there
out.
should be a lot of people there, you know.
There should. The tickets are flying, and pretty surprised if I can be honest with you. I'm surprised
Yeah.
that people are buying tickets to this because I'm a no one. But yeah, I'm gonna have a good time, man. And Breathe Lounge. Thank you for being here once again, Irma. And good set, bro.
Thank you.
All right.
Bye, guys. Good night, bro.